YouTube. My cell phone just keeled over twice while trying to make this video, and once was fine for comic relief. I do not want to make a theme out of this. Anyway, I'm back for the YouTube Pagan Challenge week 3. The third question was, do you have an altar? Yes, I do. I think anybody, and I'm sorry if I'm coming across as narcissistic, that's not the way I want to come across as. So anyway, if you've seen my videos, this is generally the place in my apartment where I sit in when I'm making videos, only because it's my room and it's easy to set up the camera in a tolerably okay angle. So yes, if you've seen my videos, you can always see this, my altar behind me. And so yes, I do have an active altar, but my altar is generally where I put in things like, all my idols are in there, all of my gods, they're in there. Then I have my candles that I use as part of worship, like when you're lighting a candle and incense for daily devotional, that is what I put in there. Then I have other stuff that I want to ritually charge and cleanse and consecrate, so those are things that are in there. And I have a crystal grate set up beneath the altar and all of that. And sorry, I beg your pardon. So but then if I'm actually casting a spell or if I'm doing a ritual, I tend to sort of use the floor in front of the altar, because my altar is not big enough to be able to hold all of the ritual supplies that you would have. Like for me, a ritual supplies generally involve just candles and incense, but anyway, it's to you know what, I'll just show you what's on my altar. I think that's going to be easier. So okay, here we go. I hope I'm not. So I decided I'd just give you a visual tour of my altar instead of yakking on about it. It's probably going to be more effective. So this is the centerpiece, if you can call it that. It's the centerpiece of my altar. Here in India we call them a mandir, which is a temple basically. So mine is a basic wooden one. You can get them quite fancy and elaborate here. You can get them out of like wrought iron and metal with actual doors and gates. You can get them with marble and granite. Now I live in a rented apartment and I have to move around a lot, so I just got the basic one. So that's the centerpiece. All of my idols are in there. From the top, as you can see, that's Durga. You can call her Durga, you can call her Adi Shakti, which would be like the formless abstract manifestation of the goddess. That's Durga at the top. Okay, the white idol at the extreme left is Shiv. We got that from Somnath. I think my dad got that for me. To his right, the grey idol is Kali. We got this from Kamaksha temple in Assam sometime like 2 or 3 years back. The photo to her right is Krishna, but then that's a photo that belongs to my flatmate. You see, this is an altar that both of us worship on, so there is that. At Kali's feet you have Ganesh, and yeah, that's like my basic altar setup. Nothing fancy. My the altar at home that my mom has is so much more fancy than that. Okay, so the plate that you can see right in front, that has like my bell that I use during worship. That has the cup that I use to hold water as an offering. That has a piece of black tourmaline on it, which I use as my personal talisman on occasion, and I've set it up on the altar for charging. Okay, this is a beautiful box that I got for my birthday from a cousin, and I love it. It has my hermetic tarot. It has a couple of crystals. I think it has my piece of moldavite on it and a couple of quartz points, and those are the tea light holders I use as my quarter candles when I'm casting a circle. Okay, what else? Behind that there's another box. If I'm too lazy to get up and show it to you now, but it has a box with this huge chunk of quartz crystal that I have. Okay, so that plate there is the one that I use for burning incense and camphor and all of that. That's what I use that for. That is my singing bowl. These are a couple of candles that have burned out. I use them for daily devotionals all the time. Okay, that would be a crystal grate that I've set up, and those are some of my supplies. Not the Coke bottle beside it. I mean, the packet there. Those are some of my supplies, flowers and all of that. That's beautiful tea light candle holder that I got that I really liked, and yeah, some of my incense out there. And someone had the bright idea of pushing in a Coke bottle in there. Anyway, I've got a. That's what happens when you live with people. Anyway, so yeah, that's a walkthrough of my altar. It's very basic, and oh yes, if I'm casting a spell or doing a ritual, I tend to use the floor in front of it, like where I'm sitting right now. That is what I use. That's the area I use to cast spells and rituals in. I mop it clean first, and then I cast a circle here, because as you can see, this does not have enough space to hold any of my supplies or whatever during the spell. So that's it for now. Bye.